So, and, in my lifetime as an artist, I've seen a lot of well-established artists go the major label route, and then they get big enough to break off from that label and then start their own label. I've
Yeah.
also seen independent artists almost out the gate seemingly come out with a label and start bringing on other artists. Maybe they have leverage there with finances or some type of, access to influencers or whatever it may be. But I wanted to pick your brain
You're saying
today.
the independent artists, what do you mean? You saying they come out with a label?
Yeah,
Like they start their own?
Yeah, start their
Okay.
own label. So I wanted to ask you your thoughts on that. When would you recommend starting a record label if there's a desire there to start a record label? And maybe you can talk about a little bit about how do you go about that?
Um, when you have a model down, so
Hmm.
when you know something that you can replicate,
Mhm.
is when you would start a record label.
Hmm.
If you don't know how to replicate something, you're kind of doing it because you think it's something to do.
Hmm.
Like you think you're supposed to start a label, so you just start one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like whenever people just go to college because I think I'm supposed to go to college.
Mm.
If you don't have a plan to go to college, then figure out something else to do. Don't just do it because everybody else says to do it.
Come on.
Not like I'm biased or anything. As an entrepreneur, obviously I'm biased.
Just a little bit.
On college, but college is not bad. I just want to put that out there. It's not bad. It's just, have a plan, have something you can replicate, some
Okay.
sort of success you can replicate after somebody else.
Okay.
Like if you obviously want to be a doctor, they all had this path that you can replicate afterwards. You can
Yeah.
copy their plan. So if you, like, let's say you're an artist, and you are doing all these things we're teaching you with the funnels, and you get to a point where you have a system in place where you know that you're going to get $4,000 a month. If you put in this much advertising dollars, you're going to get around $4,000 a month. Whenever you can replicate that is when you can bring on somebody else. Then you can say, all right, I have the system in place. You're an artist. I value your work, but you didn't have this system until you met me. So therefore, I need at least 10, 20% of the earnings if I'm going to give you my system. Because it's a trade secret, honestly.
Huh.
That's what a record label is.
Okay.
It's a bunch of trade secrets. There's nothing, you can't patent any of this stuff
Yeah.
usually. So you're just taking your formula, giving it to somebody else, and then saying, will take some of those profits, which is, you can think about venture capital or anything else like that.
Basically.
It's just, I have my team, my system, and therefore you want to come be a part of my team. I was just watching Shark Tank last night. Like these people who want the investor, it's not like the investor is the only person in the world who knows this stuff.
Right.
They've just done it more than other people, so they have a system in place. Like that's all it is. So that's when you should start a record label.
That's good.
When you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's real good, man. I also would say, kind of to harp on your point earlier, you want to have a system in place, but it also seems like you also want to be bringing in a certain amount of money and revenue as well before
Yeah.
you just bring on somebody,
Yeah.
because
Because you have to, that's your startup cash.
yeah.
So in order for you, like let's say you get good with Facebook and Instagram ads, and you're able to make that $50,000 a year for yourself. In order to invest in somebody else, you have to have excess cash, that budget to start them
Yeah.
on their journey. So yeah, I would have a little bit of surplus.
Yeah.
Anytime you're starting a business, if you're going to jump in, you do need some reserves,
Okay.
so cash reserves. So
Okay.
I definitely would recommend that.
Okay. And I'm about to ask you a saucy question in line with what we're talking about.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you know of any artists specifically that are doing good with Facebook, Instagram ads? Not the artists that we promote.
Man.
The fact that it's taking you that long.
Really? Yeah, because I try to get people to recognize this. Like artists and music people in general do not do well with ads. Like they don't structure their ads like marketing people do.
Huh.
And that's who they need to copy. And people just aren't doing it.
Yeah.
They just think, like, I have this music video. I'm really excited about my music video. So therefore, whoever I put this ad out to is going to be really excited too. No, it doesn't happen like that. They don't care. They don't care about your music.
Yeah.
So you have to make them care.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm trying to think. I have not seen an ad from somebody on Instagram or Facebook that actually made me stop on their music ad to go pay attention. I haven't.
Except for us, though.
I've honestly seen ads come across like at the time.
Oh, we did that.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's one of ours. But like artists, it'll mostly be. And if I did stop, I can't like recall it. So I've seen. Excuse me. I do mention Bizzle because I've seen his T-shirt ads.
Yeah.
And like some of the designs on the T-shirt definitely look solid. But as far as like getting a new music ad. To just check out somebody's, you know what? Just one, what was her name? Man, she has a song called "Before Dark."
Okay.
And the reason I stopped is because it had a lot of views, not so much because anything in the video was making me stop.
Yeah.
So that's just to be fair.
Yeah.
Just to be fair with her. Nothing, not putting her down. I think her name might be Such or something like that. You know what? This is gonna bug me, so I'm gonna look it up while we're here. Before Dark, Such. I was right.
Oh wow.
Okay. I think we did do promotion for her, but this wasn't connected. Like I saw her ad like way after we did promotion, but. It was on Instagram and it had a bunch of views, but like there was no headline around it, or like there's no attention grabbing thing.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. While we're on that, that social proof when you're running the ads does add in to people wanting to pay attention. Like we've run ads for artists that now are close to 1 million views on Instagram or Facebook, and that makes people stop way more than if it only has 5,000.
Yeah, but just in you saying that, that's going to tempt people to say, "Oh, I should just buy X amount of views." Then,
it's a strategy. I wouldn't do that unless you have some cash to blow.
Okay.
So that strategy is buying your social proof so that later you can switch the ad over to a conversion ad.
I got
so when you're on Facebook and Instagram, the ads manager. It's cheaper. It's a cheaper goal to just get video views because you're not really trying to convert it. Right. So Facebook knows that, and they're like, all right, well, that's not going to cost us much. Like we'll just throw it out there. So you can get a bunch of views that way, but it's still going to cost you money to get that. So it is one strategy. Like people do it all the time. We don't really do it too much. Yeah. Just because like. We're mostly going for conversions for our ads, like Omari's ads, Omari MC's ads. We're going for the conversions. Then the ads we're going for the clients on our Facebook and Instagram ads management. Usually it's trying to get traffic. Like trying to get clicks over to their profile or to their website or something like that. Yeah,
man. We want that real, no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing I was going to say while we're on that. So the person who knows how to run ads effectively must be very valuable in the marketplace. I'm not sure why I haven't seen many labels try to recruit these people and try to make, ads that really stand out and cut through. But I'm betting if you are very skilled in that area, you can make a lot of money, huh?
You can get a job pretty much anywhere you want. I mean,
basically.
So that's if you're talking about somebody that does it like full scale, that's like a full scale digital advertising agency. And then if you're just doing like the ads on Facebook or Instagram, that's usually called a media buyer. So it's somebody who's just buying media on behalf of somebody else. So that's what the media buyer part is just what we do with the Facebook and Instagram for clients, because they can go into their ads platform and like try to do it themselves. But chances are, we've run far more ads than they have, and ours are going to be far more effective. So, like, yes, you are valuable to the marketplace. Like, you can do anything, but in terms of the music industry in particular, people don't see your value as quickly because historically, musicians are not business savvy. So they can't recognize that value up front as much. Like we still are trying to teach people, like, don't spend all your money on Spotify playlisting promotion. Like, try out some of these other things. Because and other small businesses, they just kind of get that a little bit more because they're already looking at their numbers more, whereas musicians are, creatives.
Right.
So they're not looking at those nitty gritty details as much.
Yeah. Okay.